Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how easy it is to grow larkspur in your garden, and I'm also going to show you how easy it is to harvest the seeds so you can grow more larkspur in your garden for free. Larkspur, which is very similar to delphinium, is one of the most beautiful and easiest flowers to grow in my garden. So of course I want to harvest as many seeds as I can so I can grow more larkspur in my garden next year. Larkspur will bloom best if they receive full sun, at least 6 hours of sun a day, and they like moist but well-drained soil. They can tolerate a little shade and might actually appreciate it if you live in a climate that gets hot afternoons. Not only does larkspur look beautiful in your garden, but it also looks beautiful in your home. Because larkspur can grow 3 to 4 feet tall and come in many different colors, purple, blue, pink, and white, they make wonderful cut flowers and have a vase life of about 5 to 7 days. Larkspur are prone to flopping. Notice that that's exactly what happened to mine. But I don't mind. I think it looks kind of whimsical and natural, so I just left them alone. However, you can avoid this flopping by either staking them up or planting them in between companion plants like sunflowers, or in my case, this pineapple sage shrub and the verbena are helping to support them. Also, my cattle panel archways are acting like a little fence to help keep them up as well. A lot of people confuse larkspur with delphinium, but I'm going to tell you the difference. Delphiniums have a more elongated and dense flower spike with individual blooms that are tightly packed together, whereas the larkspur has a more looser, less dense flower spike. They just look a lot more airy and free and whimsical. Now that you know a little bit about larkspur, it's time to harvest the seeds, but more importantly, know when to plant them. You'll know when your plant is starting to go to seed because, well, you'll see the seeds. And the plant will also start to dry up and look kind of dead. I could either let the seeds dry out and just leave them on the plant and just wait till the little capsules open up and fall out and hope that they reseed somewhere else in my garden. But the way I do it is I like to cut off the branches where I see the seed pods. And it makes the plant look a little bit more healthy, and plus I just like to dry them on my own off the plant. Then I can kind of control better where I'm going to scatter them in my garden. Not only will pruning off these seed pods clean up this area a bit, make it look a little more neat and tidy, but it might actually stimulate new growth, and I might get more larkspur blooms. I'm just going to cut off all the tips where the seed pods are and put them in a box top. You can use a bag, a piece of white paper, any kind of container. I'm just cutting the tips off because the flowers are always on the top of the branches. And then I'll just discard the rest. See, that's what I'm saving, just the ends. Okay, here is all of my seed pods. I would say that each pod contains about 10 or 20 seeds, and if you notice when I shake them, the seeds are already starting to fall out. See all the little black seeds? I harvested these seeds about a week ago, and look at how nice and dry they are. Look at all the black seeds just falling out. Look at all those seeds. You could also use a Tupperware container, a Ziploc bag, whatever type of container works best for you. The key is you want to keep them dry. Or if you don't have time to cut off all the tips and you just want to keep it simple, just stick all the seed pods and the whole plant inside a brown paper bag. After a few weeks, or when you think it's time to scatter the seeds, just shake everything and all the black seeds will fall out and be on the bottom of the bag. Then you can just scatter them in your garden when it's time to scatter them. Direct sowing right in the ground is recommended for larkspur because they have a sensitive taproot. They don't do well if you transplant them. So unless you're going to leave them in a pot, I would suggest direct sowing them in the ground. Also, larkspur is a cool season annual, which means they like the colder weather, or they germinate in the colder weather. So you could direct sow the seeds very, very early in the spring when the temperatures are below 50, and then you'll have summer blooms. Or you could put them in the ground in the fall when the temperatures drop again for next year's blooms. You can't plant these in the summertime. They won't do well. Again, they like temperatures under 50 degrees, otherwise they won't germinate. They also like it really dark. So when you scatter the seeds in your garden, they do really well if you put them underneath other plants, or maybe put a little mulch over them just to keep them dark. Well, I hope this video encourages you to grow larkspur in your garden too. Thanks for watching.